Welcome to Fun Food and Facts, you guys. We're recording, and tonight's topic is going to be how to meal prep like a pro. I'm going to show you an amazing, easy, simple way to meal prep for the week. Thank you. My wonderful, amazing helper brought me a drink because I told him, I'm dying of thirst. I need a drink. So give me a second to take just one little drink. It's because it's in a Tupperware tumbler. That's what makes it all better. If you don't have these Tupperware tumblers, you must get them. It does quench your thirst so much more. I will set it over here. It's very true. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to meal prep like a pro. I'm going to give you just a couple of my meal prep tips. I'm doing this meal prep like a pro as the same meal all week long, but when I meal prep, I don't always do that. So I have a couple different ways that I meal prep, but this is just the simple, fastest, easiest, most simplest way possible. I know I use the word simple a lot, but I don't know if you know me or not, but if you do know me, I really like the word. It's a very, it's one of those words that like resonates with me and I love it. So we're going to first talk about the stack cooker. Ooh, let me do this so you can see the stack cooker. And I want to give you a demonstration on it. Why must you, or may you ask, why did I demonstrate that? Because I feel like if I don't, it's doing you a disjustice and injustice. Injustice and injustice. Because I want you guys to know how to use this. And some of you might not know how to use this. And maybe you've never seen it before. I don't know, but I'm going to let you know how to use it. So this is a stack cooker. And what's really great about this is you can cook a whole entire meal, 3-course meal, in like 30 minutes or less. It's not even going to take us 30 minutes to do this tonight. Usually the whole entire meal prep altogether is 30 minutes total, like prepping and cooking and everything, but it's going to take us a little bit longer tonight just because I'm like talking through it. But if I wasn't and I was just in my kitchen doing this, it would be like bam, 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 cook, bam, done, you know? So I'm going to give you tell you a little bit about it. So first, okay, oh my gosh, I'm going to stop for a second, you guys. Somebody just posted that they can't find Fun Food and Facts. Is there any way you guys could go, somebody could go who's tech savvy onto Champion and help Darlene out find Fun Food and Facts? I just saw it pop up in my little corner here. Thanks, guys. Okay, so here's how it works. You have several pieces, but I'm going to show you the main pieces. You have the lid, which is also a top. I know it looks really weird, like, oh, there's no way that could be a top. It's a top. And I remember the first time I used this, I didn't realize that this was a top, and this is just the light beaming off of it. It's nothing. I was looking to make sure there wasn't anything on it, but it is, and it holds quite a bit. So this is the top. You get a colander, which you can use as a colander, or you can use it when you are browning your ground beef. This is one of the best things to brown your ground beef in, because you put it in here raw. Yes, I know that's really hard concept for some people, but you put it in here, and within like a minute, depending on how much you have in there, like a pound is usually like a minute, minute and a half. And Darlene Aquino, Aquino, I think is her last name. Thank you for asking, Chris. So anyways, you put this in here, and your ground beef literally like drips out all of that nastiness, right? Like all the grease, because usually when you brown your ground beef in like a frying pan, it's browning in its own grease. Yuck. Right? So you want to use this to brown your ground beef. And, or, you know, any time you are using this for like a steamer, you can use it as a steamer. You can use that colander as well. We're going to set this aside though, because I'm not using this tonight. We're not browning ground beef tonight, are we? No. And then you have your middle piece and you have your bottom piece. So your 3-course meal would be like your big, like tonight we're doing cilantro rice, because this is my meal prep for the week. You guys can do whatever you want in yours, but this is my personal meal prep, and I can't eat rice or potatoes. So I have to make my own rice and potatoes. So we're going to make the cilantro rice, which is going to go into the bottom. We're going to make the chicken, which is going to go into the middle. Wait a minute, I'm lying. Sorry. The Brussels sprouts are going in the bottom. I like Brussels sprouts. The vegetable. And then we're going to have the chicken, and then the cilantro rice is going to go on top. It doesn't really matter what order it is in. I like to keep the meat in the middle. Some people like to put the meat in the bottom. It obviously depends on what you like to do or how much you have. Whatever you have the most of or the biggest of should go in the bottom, because that's the bigger piece. And then you can put in the microwave about 15 minutes. I say 15 minutes because it doesn't usually take much longer than that, and I don't want to overcook it. So I usually do 15 minutes and then check it and see if it's done or not. So what's really cool with the stack cooker is when you're all done, so you're cooking in this, right? You're prepping, you're cooking, and you're serving in this. And you're storing. Prepping, cooking, serving, storing. Prepping, cooking, serving, storing. Oh my gosh, it'd be a cool song, wouldn't it? But you guys can write that down. Prepping, cooking, ooh, I messed it up. Prepping, cooking, serving, storing. Prepping, cooking, serving, storing. That's what you're going to do in this. So you're prepping in this, then you're going to cook it in this, but when you take it out, you're going to serve on the kitchen table. Ooh, isn't that a pretty serving dish, right? And then it comes with 2 seals, 1, 2, and then one of them you're probably not going to, like, you don't need, like, you're probably going to eat it all, or you can put it, like, combine the 2 and the big one. So you put a seal on 1, seal on 2, and then you put it in the refrigerator for your storing needs. These are what I like to call not now dishes. These are dishes that you have to do not now, right? And then you put them into the refrigerator. And what's really cool is when your kids are hungry in an hour, or your husband comes home from work, or wife, or whoever, not discriminating, whoever your significant other is, or maybe it's just you that comes home in an hour, and you're like, you know what, I'm really, really hungry. Then you can just also reheat in these as well. And then these are all dishwasher safe. So if you have a dishwasher, you can throw them right in the dishwasher. But this is really great for meal prepping because it's not going to take a whole lot of dishes to do that with. Super great, right? Right. So we are going to prep in these. Take these seals away. I'm going to hand these. Oh, and you get a cone. What do you need the cone for? Well, not tonight. But when you use your cone, you use that for, put this down side like this, and you can make a cake in here. And I actually bought something to make my famous fall cake. If you don't think it's famous, it's because you just don't know about it yet, right? You're probably thinking, I never heard of it. Well, that's because I didn't make, well, did I make it last fall? I don't think I made it last fall. I think it was because I was in the middle of the whole move and transition. So I'll make it this year. But it's my famous fall cake. I'm not going to say the ingredients yet because it'll give it away. But when I make it, you're going to love it. Well, you're going to love watching it. And then you're going to love making it on your own. And then you're going to love eating it because you can't eat it over the internet. I'm telling you, we need smell-o-vision. But anyways, you put this in here for any of your bundt cake needs. Or you put it in here when you're cooking a whole entire chicken. Whole chicken. Put the whole chicken on top of here. Those little wings up like this. And you're going to rub them with some olive oil. Maybe put some like seasoning on them. And you take this and put it over top and put it in your microwave. Or this one, depending on which one will fit into your microwave. Like, oh, not that one. Excuse me, this one. Depending on which one will fit in your microwave. And then you put it in there at 8 minutes per pound. So when you're cooking, if you're cooking with bone in, it's 8 minutes per pound. If you're cooking in bone out, it's 6 minutes per pound. If you're cooking seafood, it's 3 minutes per pound. 3, 6, 8. Something you need to remember. Prepping, cooking, serving, storing, reserving, not now dishes. Exactly, Patricia. Now you're getting it. I'm telling you, if I had one of those like recording things in my my house, I would record little Tupperware songs because it would be fun to do. But I cannot add one more thing onto my plate, okay? I just can't do it. I'm very sorry, guys. I love you, but I can't do that. Recording studio. Let's add that on the list for someday, right? So we're going to set these aside so we can prep like a pro. Excuse me. I told you it's better to Tupperware cup. And my helper says, I'll be back. Okay, helper, I won't need you for at least 5 minutes. 6 total. He's being so great and helping me tonight. Okay, so first what we're going to do is prep the cilantro rice. You need cauliflower and cilantro. That's it. Oh, for food, I mean, but we're going to prep with a chop and prep. And brace yourself, guys. It's green. Why? Because it's what's in my kitchen. The blue one is what's in my kit that goes to the parties with me, but the green one is what's in my kitchen. Now, if I was going to a party, would I bring the green one with me? Do you know why? I'm going to give you a little tip why, because people ask me this question a lot. It's because when you bring something of a different color that they can't get, they usually get mad. I remember I had this one girl on my team once who had a mega Vatsable, and I said, don't take that to the party. She was brand new. I said, because it's not the right color, and they're going to want that color, and then they're going to get really frustrated. And she goes, oh, this is my friend's. It's like her launch party. It was like a big party. It wasn't her launch party at her house, but she had like a launch party at her friend's house. And I said, I understand that, but just please trust me to tell you, friends or not, they're going to want that color, and somebody's going to get mad that they can't get that color. And she says to me, oh, no, you're just being silly. And I'm like, okay. Don't take my advice. I haven't been doing this for a long time. I haven't seen it all. We went to the party and actually went with her because, like I said, I was helping her launch party. Two people were actually angry that they couldn't get that color. And she ended up having to sell that bowl that she really liked a lot of that color because somebody was mad. And I looked at her and so badly did I want to say, told you so. It took everything in my power not to say that. But I didn't. I was professional. But I'm going to tell you right now, don't take the wrong color. Take the current color, okay? When do I take a non-current color is when it's something that was so exclusive that was just for consultants, and I say to them, this was a consultant-only thing, and what's really cool about being in Tupperware and having your own Tupperware business is sometimes we get offered these really cool, special things that nobody else can get, right? I only do that if it was something consultant-specific, and I need to take it to the party, and I love it, and it wasn't anybody could get it, right? Just throwing it out there. Okay, so that's why. And I know you didn't ask, but I thought I'd tell you. But you were thinking it. Comment in the comment below, or in the comment things here, the chat bar, if you were thinking, why? Why can't I take a color that's not current in the catalog? Let me know. Chat with me. Because you guys haven't been too chatty tonight. I need some chatting. And Anna says, so true. See? Do I need to demonstrate the Power Chef? No. You guys, if you don't know how to demonstrate the Power Chef yet, I'm going to tell you right now, you need to go back to your basics class. And you know why? Because it's the very first thing you should learn how to demonstrate. And that will be very helpful to help you demonstrate it at a different time. We're running out of time tonight. But it's the very first thing you should learn. Someone wrote, Anna wrote, people want what they can't have. Exactly, Anna. Exactly. Some people are very cool about it, but not all. And you don't want to be part of the, people all group. And they actually throw bigger fits if they think they know you because they think they can get away with it. People are usually their best behavior at a Tupperware party, right? But if they're your friends and you can get away with it, they will. Okay, taking this out of the bag. This is a really big cauliflower. Hey, I want to ask you guys for a second while I'm doing this, cutting it. I want to know, when you go to the grocery store, is your cauliflower by the pound or just like one price? Because I've always one price. That was it, right? And then I went to the grocery store. There's one here, and it was like $2.99 a pound. These things are heavy. And I looked at them, and I was like, you're going to charge me by the pound for the cauliflower? And they were like, yeah, that's just how it is. I go, in what world? I've been grocery shopping for many, many years, and I've never seen that before. And they were like, well, that's just the way it is. And I'm like, I don't think so. And then I went to the grocery store today, and it was not by the pound. So I was like, yep, that grocery store is trying to rip us off. It says, your cashier was wrong. No, actually, in this particular grocery store, it was by the pound. I'm not kidding. It really was.
Most of the stores here are. That's because it's Kroger's.
No, not today. Today was not. This was Smart and Final. Smart and Final is the only one I've ever seen that was by the pound. And I think it's because it's one of those bulk stores, I don't know. But if you ever go to Smart and Final, it's by the pound. You know what? I have Anna on. Anna is from where I live, right here in this area. So tell me, Anna, is yours by the pound where you go or one price? Because I paid one price today at Ralph's, which is AKA Kroger's from the East Coast. But Smart and Final here charges. I know. What a rip, right? One price, Anna says. So have you ever been to Smart and Final? Because don't go there for cauliflower. Rip off just the white part. I'd be ripping off just as much as I would need. It was all like in this bag that I couldn't get it out of. It's cheaper to get the organic one, but it was also not as nice. So I didn't buy it there. I'm never this thirsty. What is my deal tonight, guys? I don't know. All right, so I need to get this cauliflower into my chop and prep, and I'm gonna have my helper do that for me. Helper, would you mind using our Tupperware knife and our Tupperware? Oh, he's gonna wash his hands. And our Tupperware cutting board. He's going to, because he's gonna be on camera, off camera right here, chop it up for me. Because I'm gonna chop up the cilantro. I'm sorry, I'm doing this on my table in my office, and I don't have a lot of space on it. I was thinking about doing this in the kitchen because it would have been a lot easier, but I can't seem to figure out a good angle in there so you can see everything, And this is, I think, like the best angle. And it's like a white background, so it's easy. Oh, I also need your more cutting. I only got one. I bought cilantro today. I'm going to tell you that if you dry the cilantro completely, because you know when you get it at the store, it's wet. But if you dry it absolutely as completely as possible, if you have a, what's that called? We used to have in the catalog, spins. What's the spinny thing called? What's it called, you guys? Salad spinner. Thank you. Thank you guys. The salad spinner, you have the salad spinner, use it. I can't wait for us to bring it back because it was one of my favorite items. But if you can get this as completely dry as possible and then you put it into your fridge smart container, mine lasted a month. A month. It's cilantro, guys. Cilantro is not supposed to last more than a few days, even in the fridge smart. I think 2 weeks, right? Maybe, but it was a month. It shocked me to my core. So we're gonna throw that in here. My gosh, I'm taking a whole lot of time for the cilantro rice, but just trust me when I say the other stuff is super easy. We're just throwing it all in there. I just take the tippy tips off right here, just like so. Putting it in there. Use my Tupper towel. If you guys aren't using Tupper towels at your parties, get some and take them to your parties because people are impressed and they won't buy them unless they can see them, touch them, and feel them, right? What's in the catalog? Tell me what's in the catalog. The salad spinner? What? When did they bring that back? Salad spinner's not in the catalog. Yours too. One momento. I'm gonna go grab a catalog. Hang on, guys. Hang on. I'm right here. Just grabbing a catalog. No way, Jose. I've been waiting for this thing to come back forever, and I go through the catalog quite a bit. This is my, by the way, I'm going to deviate. Didn't know they were Tupper towels. Wow. Yeah, oh, I'm so glad you learned something new. Salad spinner is not in the catalog. That's what I thought, Lydia. But while we're waiting for him to cut that, I'm just going to kind of deviate for a second and show you that this is what my current lap boards look like for my parties. And I need to get better stickers. I put these up here because I didn't like the way they turned out, so I need to make different stickers. But I have a catalog. See, Quick Chef Pro you can use. I just saw it, Darlene says. Darlene, I need to see what you're talking about. I need to see it because I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so something I did want to show you is why am I talking about the Tupperware stack cooker right now? Look! Did you see it's on sale? Did you know that we can get it at a sample price? If you didn't know that, I'm telling you right now, so now you know. So it's on sale for $89, and then we get 35% off of that. So weird. I'm looking at something. I mail these out to my team, and I mailed them all out, and I have one sitting right here with one of their names on it, and I'm like, why didn't this one get mailed out? This was in my party planning packet. Maybe I mailed two. Maybe I made two, yeah. So anyways, there's that. I wanted to show you something else in here too. The can opener's on sale this week, just until this week. Like that's it. Once this week is over, it's over. So you need to make sure that you're selling the crap out of those because people love the can openers. So the can openers and the stack cookers.
Show them that I just took off the bottom.
So we just took the bottom off. So it's like a pretty flower, cauliflower, right? And we're just going to take off some pieces and throw them on in there. Well, I think that was too big of a piece. Did you hear that noise? Maybe you need to make them a little bit smaller. Yeah, I need to make them smaller. Otherwise, they won't get to the blade. There we go. So just throw them on in there. Throw them on in. Huh?
Patient.
He told me to be patient. Do you guys think that I'm impatient? Page 20 has the spinner attachment. Page 20.
See? How many you want?
Page 20.
Honey.
That's good.
One more? Yes, no?
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the Quick Chef Pro. Yeah. Yes, you can. That's true. That's true. Yeah. I just don't think it's the same as the actual sound spinner that we had. So you're absolutely right. Not the same, right? Yes. Not as big, exactly, yes. Okay, so we're just going to chop up our cauliflower. You guys want to see it. So we're going to make it look like rice. Look how simple that was, right? And then we're going to put that in the top. Just like so. Now, this is probably only going to last me a few days and not the whole week. So I would make more typically if I was like doing a whole entire meal prep, which I actually am doing a meal prep, but just so you know, I would probably do more, but I'm just going to do this for the reasons for tonight. So there's that. And then we have Brussels sprouts. Why? Because I really like Brussels sprouts a lot. I like fresh ones. I know it's one of those things that when you were younger, like, ew, Brussels sprouts, ugh. I like them. So I'm just going to throw some Brussels sprouts in here. The bottom. Okay. There we go. So Brussels sprouts in the bottom. I have a comment. It says, I love making my cauliflower rice with my grater, but for smaller servings, I like that I can do the same with partial. Very true. You can totally use the grater. But the reason why I'm showing you the things that I'm showing you, and I know that you're probably thinking that I don't have like a plan of action, but I want you guys to know that everything I do is very strategic. It's very planned out. And so when I'm showing you these things, there's a purpose to it. The purpose is the Power Chef is in your kit, right? You take the knife with you. I know this is the knife that's in your kit, but the knife that's in your kit, I just use at a party, and I actually don't know which bag it's in because after my party, sometimes I'm not. Oh, it's right there. Okay, it's not washed yet. That's probably why. But anyways, it's in your kit, right? I'm using the stack cooker because you can buy it on sale, or you can talk about the sample price, you know, from having part of the business. So these are things that you can do that helps you at your parties. But if you're not doing parties, it's really not going to help you very much, right? I mean, unless you're doing like online sales or you're doing videos or things like that. But a lot of you are doing parties, and it's to say yes. Thank you. Thank you. It's to say yes. I knew that too. It's also the say yes offer. So you can get it as a say yes offer. You can buy it if you don't want to say yes, you know, in the sale flyer. I mean, like, I'm showing you all of this because I want you guys to see. It's like a whole big circle. The Tupperware is very smart when it comes to these things, and they just know what they're doing. So then we're going to put the middle piece on, and this is what we're going to put the chicken in, which we're going to open up right here.
Fresh from the butcher.
Oh, that's why it's in a white package. It's fresh from the butcher. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. I'm feeling extra funny tonight, but I don't know if you guys think so. All right. So, oh goodness. All right, I don't want to touch the meat. So when I'm at my parties, I actually give out lots of tickets for somebody who wants to wash their hands and touch the meat because I don't want to do it. So since I'm not at a party right now and I don't have tickets, but I'm going to ask my wonderful helper, would you wash your hands and touch the meat because I don't want to. You're going to have to cut it because they're very like large, so cut them.
How do you want to cut?
I don't know, in half.
Half or slices?
The slices. Actually, I prefer in half. It doesn't matter. However you cut them will be absolutely fine as long as I don't got to do it. Okay, so. No. Pick your price. Deal is what I say. One of the few times they get multiple prices. Yeah, actually, that's very true. And if you guys are good at all on Word, or if you have a Mac, it's Pages, or any kind of flyer making things, you should make a flyer. And I went to a party once. It wasn't Tupperware. It was something else. And what I like to do at the parties is look to see what they're doing that I can do or what I can use or steal, right? Or then I also see what I don't like that they're doing. And I'm like, ooh, I was doing that. I'm not going to do that anymore because it's a different perspective, right? And so one of the things that she had was it was a piece of paper and it had like 4 different prices on there. And it started from the lowest and then went to the highest. from the bottom to the top, and it was like grouped together deals. And it made me think, how can we do that, group together deals for the month, right, that you could take to your parties? And what was nice was it was easier than having to like ring it up. And I've heard somebody do that before in Tupperware, but it just seeing it and hearing it, you know how it's different when you can see it. And it was just so neat to see that you could just say, I want the number 1, the number 2, the number 3, or whatever. And that's why fast food places do that, right? They don't say, pick your whatever you want. And you're like, I want a Big Mac and a fry and a Coke. No, you just say I want a number 1, right? Or I want a number 1 supersize. I don't think you can supersize anymore, but you used to be able to. But you know what I'm saying? The whole point of it is to make it easier on us. And then we don't have to think about it. And so we could do that at a party as well. But the thing that I didn't like that she did was she kept pushing those prices. And I noticed that some of the other girls weren't ordering. And I asked the one girl what she was getting. And she said, because the lowest price was like $150 and the highest price was like $400 for all the packages. And she said, I just didn't have $150. I like to buy my stuff like little at a time. And I said to her, well, you could buy anything in the catalog. She goes, she was really pushing those package deals. And because she was pushing the package deals so much, the girl was uncomfortable ordering something small. And I thought, okay, tip for me to you, right? I like to share all the things that I learned is have one of those prices and those package prices together, but then make sure they don't feel like they're pressured into anything else. I know that's going off topic, but we're waiting for our chicken. And I got to tell you something, right? Do you guys like the intermediate Tupper tips? Let me know.
Do you want more than this, or is this enough?
That's fine. Put it in there.
One breast.
That's one breast. Holy cow. Look, you guys. This is one breast. Oh, my gosh. Oh, good. You guys do like the Tupper tips in the middle. Yay. I'm glad. That's one breast.
Try to cut it into smaller pieces.
Oh, my word. That is a big chicken breast. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Now, I don't like to put seasoning or butters or salts on my food. I do sometimes later after they're cooked and done if I need to add to it, but I find that I don't handle that very well, like the seasonings, the salts, and all that stuff. So I'm not putting anything on here. Sometimes we need to decide between selling a lot or having no sale at all. This is why we need to be flexible with our hostesses and our guests. I agree, Anna. I so agree. So I'm going to let you know that when I do this, I put this together, would you like to have seasoning? Probably. If you're going to put seasoning, I would say like maybe a cumin in here, right? Or just some salt, basic salt. Whatever seasoning you'd like on top of your chicken would be great. Or just salt. Again, salt is one really good. And in the bottom as well, some people might want to put like butter on it and then some salt, and that's fine. That would actually probably taste really good. But me personally, I don't like that. So that's why I'm letting you know, because I don't want you to think, oh, wow, this tastes really bland and bad. That's kind of how I like my stuff. I like the idea of having things clustered because sometimes you don't realize it could all be partnered up, but also given the option to buy one piece at a time too. Yep, I agree. So we're going to ask my wonderful helper if he'll put this in the microwave for 15 minutes. Look how easy that was. Wasn't that easy? I mean, it would have been easier if I would have touched me, but I don't want to. So it was easier on me not to. All right, so while he puts it in the microwave for 15 minutes, and my gosh, I didn't realize it's going to be 6:32 when that happens. So I hope you guys want to stick around 15 more minutes. But I'm going to show you how to do the second half of the meal prep so that when it comes out, I can just show it to you and I don't have to be like, oh, this is going to meal prep. But I'm going to pull out these pieces that we have. Oh, look, wait a minute. Before I pull them out, what am I going to show you? Something in the sale flyer, perhaps? Isn't this smart, right? I'm going to show you that. So we have our 10 piece. You don't need any water in the Brussels sauce. Nope. You can, but you don't need any. Just put them on in. I knew somebody was going to ask that question. I love that you did. So we have 10 pieces. 10 pieces. So what I tell people these are, it's like a makeover for your kitchen. So you ever go to like Walmart or Target or wherever, and you see in like the big packages the Rubbermaid. I know it's a bad word. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cuss, but the otherware, right? You see that, and they have those packages, right? And everybody's like, well, I'm just going to buy it. And they're like 20, 30 bucks or something like that. But I'm just going to buy it because I need many pieces for my kitchen, right? And people do it. I mean, you might even be guilty of it. I'm not. No, but I was guilty of it before Tupperware, right? But now I just, no, ew, I wouldn't do that. But I tell people, this is a really, really great price. If you want a meal prep, that's great. I'm going to show you a couple of tips on the meal prep, but this is really great to be able to get rid of that junkware and bring in the good stuff, you know, and something that's going to be really quality. And it's $75. That's going to last forever. And so if you want, again, I'm going to give you some tips that you can go above and beyond if you want to, but go to the store, take a picture of one of the big sets, like if you can find a 10-piece set or something comparable, and I don't mean comparable because nothing's compared to Tupperware, right, but comparable. Take a picture of it with the price, and you can say, this is the price that this is, and you're going to throw these away, be frustrated with them. They're going to be terrible for you. They're not safe for the microwave. Actually, that's not true. They are safe for the microwave. Some of them say that, but that doesn't mean that what's in them is safe, because it will leak through. That plastic will leak through. Those chemicals will leak through into your food. So you don't really know what you're getting. And you're going to have to replace these in a year. But this is $75, and you'll never have to replace these again. And these have the stain guard on them, which is great. So you can show them the math over time. You know, let's just say you bought them once a year. $30 a year does not seem like a lot of money, but $75 one time ever is. Just saying, right? And I kind of show that because people like to see graphs and they like to see visuals. We're visual humans. If you're not a visual human, I'm sorry, I am. That's how I learn. But I want to show you all these pieces. Okay, so for the meal prepping, what's really great are these small ones. You get 4 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Here's my 4. One more. Thursday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then Friday is designed for you to go out to eat with your girlfriend or boyfriend or friend or whoever, right? They're designed for you to be able to have a free day or a cheat day. Maybe it's on Wednesday. Maybe it's just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is my cheat day, Thursday, Friday. However you want, these are like your really great meal preps. And so if you don't want to meal prep the way I'm showing you, an easier way, even easier, is when you're cooking dinner. Then when you're like making a plate for yourself, automatically make a plate in here and put it in the refrigerator, because then that's really planning over and you don't have to worry about lunch the next day, right? And so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If you want, obviously you can have a Friday. This is not really a really big one. It looks like it's really big, but it's not that large. It's just nice to have 4 portions, all portion control out for you, or leftovers, or we like to call them planovers. Right? I love these ones specifically for my soups and stews. So you're already making a big mess anyways. Make a little bit bigger mess because you're going to make a little bit more stew or soup. And then you can have 2 of these. You know, you can have one for like your leftovers now, or one to take to lunch with you for the week, you know. However you want to do it, but these are amazing for your soups and stews. I love these. Or for your spaghetti, things like that. And since they have the stain guard on them, you can do that now, the spaghetti, which is fantastic. These ones are great, again, for more planovers, but if you're making like your mashed potatoes, or you're making like a corn casserole or any kind of other casserole, these are bigger. So if you want to serve in these, and then you can store in them, and then you can reheat in them. Or if you have a husband like me who just loves food, and if I gave him lunch in this, he would look at me like I was crazy stupid. He'd be like, where's the rest of it? This is just like a snack. I need food, right? I don't know about you have husbands like that, but mine is. So he would have to have his lunch in one of these, or one of these, you know? Or if you have kids in the house that love cereal a lot, and you're so sick of them getting up every 5 seconds to go to the cabinet to refill their cereal bowl, hello, depending what age they are. Cereal bowls, right? Kind of a half joke, but sort of true. I used to have a child in my house that did that, and it drove me crazy. Get the big bowl, sit down, and eat the whole thing. Drove me crazy. So anyway, this is a 10-piece set. So this is what we would meal prep in. Now I bought these as a sample, and I'm using them as a display, and I'm not keeping these in my kitchen because I already have Benson serves that I use all the time, and I don't like to have more than what I need. And I also don't have a lot of space for them. So these really do nestle down very well. So if this was everything I would keep, this is what I would keep. But I have my vent and serves that I'm going to use and keep. I have a couple Crystal Wave too. Don't get me wrong, I love my Crystal Wave. But I'm not going to put my food in these. The point is because I'm going to resell them, and that's why I'm not going to do that. But if I was going to keep these, then I would I'd put my food in them tonight and show you guys how to do that. But I'm not going to be doing that tonight. I actually might keep a couple of them. I was thinking about keeping these ones because I do a lot of meal prepping, and even though I really like my vent and serve, I just think these would be perfect for me, right? I think they would be. Look how nice they nestle. To take off all the seals. Oh my gosh, look how nice. Are you guys impressed with the nestling abilities? Look at that. Look at that. You guys can comment. Nice, see? And then this, I have like a little basket that I have. Not a basket, it's called, it's like a basket. I put my seals in them because I put my seals separate from my bowls. I don't know if anybody else does that. That's what I do. So anyways, all right guys, we are just waiting a couple more minutes for the chicken to get done. But while we're waiting, let's take some questions. You guys have any questions, even if it's not related to meal prep or it can be related to meal prep, maybe it's about the product, maybe it's about something else. Why don't we take it open for questions? I put mine in a large rectangle vent and serve bottom. Yes, that's how my vent and serves are. They're in there like that too, Patricia. But my large rectangle vent and serve bottom is actually in the refrigerator right now. So I just have them kind of willy-nilly on the shelf. But any questions? I will wait. Even if you don't have a question, make one up. I'll wait. Okay, well, while I'm waiting, I'm also going to do a shameless plug right now. I love the colors of these. I actually do too, and these match my kitchen, which is probably why I'm going to keep these ones, because this matches my kitchen. Little shameless plug, but if you are not on Instagram, I would like you to get on Instagram, because on Tuesday, I'm going to be taking over Tupperware's Instagram because I had this party on Tuesday, and they actually reached out to me and asked me what party I would like to use for the month of October. And I knew specifically I wanted to do it this party because I knew a lot of the girls that were going to be there, and they're so much fun, and I think that they would take really well to it, because you have to think I'm going to be actually like stopping to record and take pictures and put filters and things on it, right? And so it's not going to be like a flowing party. It's going to be like a stop and go, and I knew they'd be on board with it, and that's why I chose that particular party. Ooh, there's a lot of, ooh, hang on, I missed a bunch of things here. I'll go back. And so, yes, they reached out, and at first, I got a text message from somebody from Ellen. She goes, when were you going to tell me? I go, I didn't realize it was that big of a deal. I didn't know. I thought I was just in their story, and it wasn't that big a deal, but they're advertising for it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a bigger deal than I thought. Oh no. So I'm going to play with my Instagram story a little bit and see and make sure I understand all the filters. Anyway. How's Tuesday going? Okay, Patricia says that. I've actually been throwing away all my plastics and I accumulated over the years. Good job, Anna, throwing them away. Tell Corky hi. Honey, Lydia said hi. He says hi. And Joshin says yay. Allie says, I'm so excited for you. I've watched the other takeovers and it's exciting. It's so excited for you to get to do that. I haven't watched their takeovers. I didn't realize this was like a big thing. I was just I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds fine. And I'm really excited. I should watch a couple of them to see if, should I watch them? Should I watch some of them so I can compare myself and try to like steal ideas, or just do my own and then just pretend? I'd probably just do my own, because then if I do it wrong, I'll be like, I didn't know. Nice, I didn't know you could do an Instagram party. Well, it's not really an Instagram party, Anna. It's at my in-home party. I'm just taking over their Instagram, and there's called a story on Instagram. So I'm just putting like videos and pictures and things like that and stuff on their story so that you guys can follow along with it. Yes, get on Instagram, Chris. Yes, yes, yes. I wouldn't watch them until after your party. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to watch them after my party. Because I think watching other people sometimes will just make me like rethink what I already like to do, you know? Just do it. Yep. Ooh, that went away. Where'd it go? There we go. Just do you. Thank you, Jocelyn. That's going to be so exciting shit. Yeah, I'm really excited. Me not being on social media, I didn't know anything about them having such a thing. Yep, it's actually, Instagram's a really big thing for your business, but there's do's and don'ts to Instagram in your business. I should teach you guys someday how to do that. I must say these crystal waves are in my favorite colors. Just have a fun time on Tuesday. Oh, thank you. Oh, they are Johnny Blue. They're blue. That's so true. Thank you. I'm actually really excited about it. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. I think it's gonna be fun, and just remember the time difference for you guys so you guys can watch it. It's on there for 24 hours. So if you don't get it that night, you can watch it the next day. Just so you know, if you're on there and you want to look at it or watch it. But there's a lot of do's and don'ts to Instagram. And I have a lot of people on my Instagram that are Tupperware representatives. And I just go, oh, no. Oh, no. Like how they post, how people post on there. Because there are ways to post that are different. Like Instagram and Facebook are different. And they can actually, they're very similar in the ways that you should post. But Instagram is very different, and the way you get followers is way different than you do in Facebook. So we should talk about that sometime. What do you guys think? Would you like an Instagram training? Oh, I see Johnny saying yes. Oh, we got some yeses. Okay, all right. I'll have to think about that and see how to do that. I'll be perfectly honest, guys. I've been doing Fun Food and Facts besides with Ellen's help the other week for like over almost 2 months now with almost no help. And not because no one could. Some people could, or some people couldn't. It's just the way we had our, remember we had like our series for a little while. And I'm sure you guys have got to be a little bit sick of me. So I'm thinking I'm going to try really hard to get some new people on so you guys can hear some different trainings. And I do have some friends that aren't even, aw, thank you, Chris. Some friends that aren't in Champion that have offered to get on and help with some of the trainings as well. And I think that'd be really great because then you can hear from a completely different perspective, right? Some people that aren't in Champion that do things completely different than we do are very successful as well. So I'm going to work on that. I don't want you guys to think that I'm not working on it because I am. Can we have a time check, please? Oh, did you guys hear that? He said 4 minutes. It is a good idea to have other perspectives. Absolutely. 4 minutes, you guys. Oh my gosh, what are we going to do? Oh, less than that now? Is it 2 minutes yet?
Minute 30.
Minute 30. Woohoo! So exciting. Okay, let's take these off the table because they're in my way. In my way. All right. All right, also, I'm going to talk about, for a second, Fall Fest. So there's Fall Fest everywhere. There's a Fall Fest in almost every single town that you're near. I know that if you're near Cleveland or in Ohio, you're going to Cleveland, right? Because even if you're in Ohio and Columbus, that's where you're going to drive to is Cleveland. Or Strongsville, Cleveland, same thing, right? I'm not coming to Fall Fest in Cleveland this year. And I know, sad face, because a lot of you wanted me to, and I know a lot of you were asking me about that because I did last year. But I'm going to the Fall Fest here in California with my team in California. And it's because last year I have Where's the Fall Fest here and my girls went without me. And I think that it would be a lot better if we all went together because we're all like new and we're bonding with each other. And I really think that I should be there for them. And not only should I, but I want to very much so. So no, I'm not going to be at Fall Fest in Ohio, but you guys should be there. You should go. It's going to be fantastic. And if you don't know where yours is locally to you, please ask your director or even ask me. And yeah, we can help you find where you should go because November 11th is when most of them are. I have seen a couple that weren't November 11th, but most of them are November 11th. And so I really think that you guys should go. And if you're not going to go, I need to ask you why. Why wouldn't you go? It is going to be like the best time. Don't let money or time or anything else get in your way. If you're serious, find a way. Because if there's a will, there's a way. There's a will, there's a way. That's what I'm just going to say right now. Surgery Thursday before as of right now. Ooh, surgery. That's a hard one. Reschedule? I don't know. I don't know if you can. See, I don't want to say reschedule if you're like, no, I've been waiting for months for this surgery and I need it. I'm very sorry. I don't mean to sound like I'm not sympathetic because I totally am sympathetic. Surgery's a really big deal. Yay, Shay's going and Jocelyn's going. Oh, I heard the beep. Did you hear the beep? Let's see if it's done. And it should sit for 5 minutes because it's still cooking, but we don't have 5 minutes to let it cook. Ooh, the cauliflower rice is done.
It's hot.
The chicken is very done. Look at, ouch. Okay, where's my towel? Okay, don't do what I just did. Lift it this way. Okay, there you go. I do know this. And then the Brussels sprouts. Oh my gosh, they're so green and so beautiful. I'm going to show you. See if I can get them in the camera shot. Look at the beautiful green Brussels sprouts all done. The chicken without any seasoning on it, they look like they've been boiled. And look at that wonderful chicken broth. That bone broth is really good for you. Even though I don't know if it's called bone broth because it's not off the bone, but it's still broth. Unless you're on a diet and then it's fat, but I'm not on a diet, so it's broth. And then we have our cilantro rice. Look at that. And so honestly, I would just take all of this in my little meal prepping and put a piece of chicken, some Brussels sprouts, cilantro rice. Piece of chicken, Brussels sprouts, cilantro rice. And there you go. That's it. Do you guys think that's the easiest meal prep like a pro that you could ever see? Did you realize it was going to be that easy? Did you know? Ooh, hang on, we have some questions. Oven mitts. True, but just use your Tupper towel. Is it the steam burning you? Yes, it was the steam that the handles were stay cool. Yeah, it wasn't the handles at all. It was the way I picked it up. You should pick it up like away from you like this. And I didn't do that. I picked it up like this, and the steam went up the sides and got my hands, so it was the steam, yeah. Yep, very easy. Yeah, see, guys? I didn't mean to take as long as it did tonight. I'm very, very sorry about that, but I still am within my time frame, right? But anyways, I'm going to end the recording. So if you guys are watching this as a recording, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a super sparkly night.